Have you ever entered a room and immediately felt someone's presence before they even spoke? Not because they were the richest, not because they were the smartest, not because they were the most attractive. Yet something about them commanded attention. Some call it charisma, some call it confidence, some call it aura. But what if there is a deeper force at work? What if every successful person, whether consciously or unconsciously, carries a certain energy that shapes their reality? An energy that influences how people respond to them, how opportunities find them, and even how they perceive themselves. Today, we are going to explore the energy every successful person must carry through psychology, spirituality, and the mysterious dimensions of human existence. Because success is not merely something you achieve. Sometimes success is something you become. The first energy. Certainty. One of the most fascinating discoveries in psychology is that human beings are highly influenced by certainty. People naturally trust those who appear certain. This does not mean they are always correct. It simply means they move as though they know where they are going. Think about it. A hesitant salesperson struggles to sell. A hesitant leader struggles to lead. A hesitant entrepreneur struggles to convince investors. Psychologically, certainty creates trust. Spiritually, certainty is often called faith. The ancient scriptures repeatedly emphasize belief before manifestation, not after, before. The mystical traditions of the world suggest that reality often bends toward unwavering conviction. Whether one interprets that literally or metaphorically, the pattern remains astonishing. Successful people often possess an unusual level of certainty. Not certainty that everything will work, but certainty that they will find a way. They carry the energy of "I will figure it out," and that energy changes everything. The second energy. Responsibility. Most people spend their lives searching for someone to blame. Successful people search for something they can control. Psychologists call this an internal locus of control. People with an internal locus believe their actions matter. People with an external locus believe life simply happens to them. This difference is enormous. Imagine two individuals losing their jobs. One says, "The economy ruined my life." The other says, "The economy is difficult, but what can I do next?" One becomes a victim. The other becomes a creator. Spiritually, responsibility is power. The moment you accept responsibility, you stop waiting for rescue. Many mystical teachings suggest that every human being is a co-creator of their reality, not because they control everything, but because they always control their response. And your response eventually becomes your destiny. The third energy, disciplined focus. We live in an age where attention is under attack. Notifications, messages, endless scrolling, constant distractions. Modern psychology reveals that attention is one of the most valuable resources a human being possesses. Where attention goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, results grow. Ancient spiritual traditions understood this long before neuroscience existed. Monks trained attention through meditation. Mystics trained attention through contemplation. Warriors trained attention through discipline, because they understood something profound. A scattered mind creates a scattered life. Successful people protect their focus like treasure. While others chase every opportunity, they pursue the right opportunity. While others react, they direct. Their energy is concentrated, and concentrated energy is powerful. Just as sunlight becomes fire when focused through a lens, human potential becomes extraordinary when focused on a single purpose. The fourth energy. Emotional mastery. Most people think success is about intelligence. Yet history is filled with intelligent people who never reached their potential. Why? Because emotions often overpower intellect. Psychology tells us that emotions influence decisions far more than logic. Fear causes hesitation, anger causes mistakes, jealousy creates distraction, despair destroys momentum. The successful person is not someone who never feels these emotions. The successful person simply refuses to become their servant. Spiritually, many traditions describe this as mastery over the lower self. The battle is not outside. The battle is within. Can you remain calm when others panic? Can you remain hopeful when circumstances appear dark? Can you remain focused when distractions surround you? Success often belongs to the individual who can govern their inner world, because eventually, the outer world begins reflecting the inner one. The fifth energy. Abundance. One of the strangest truths about life is that scarcity often creates more scarcity. When people constantly fear loss, they begin making decisions from fear, and fearful decisions usually produce fearful results. Psychologists call this a scarcity mindset. It narrows perception, it reduces creativity, it limits possibilities. An abundance mindset does not mean pretending problems do not exist. It means believing opportunities exist alongside problems. Spiritually, abundance is the recognition that life contains more possibilities than the mind can immediately see. The successful person walks through life expecting opportunities, not because opportunities always appear, but because expectation sharpens awareness. You often find what you are looking for. If you seek obstacles, you find obstacles. If you seek possibilities, you begin noticing possibilities. The energy you carry influences what you perceive, and what you perceive influences what you create. The sixth energy, service. This may surprise you. Many people chase success by asking, "What can I get?" The most successful people often ask, "What value can I give?" Whether it is business, leadership, teaching, entertainment, or innovation, success usually follows usefulness. The world rewards value. The greater the value you create, the greater the opportunities that tend to follow. Spiritually, service has always been regarded as sacred. The great teachers of history consistently emphasized contribution, because there is a mysterious law woven into existence. The more genuinely you help others rise, the more likely you are to rise yourself. Success that serves nobody rarely lasts. Success built upon value often endures. The seventh energy, vision. Every great achievement exists twice, first in the mind, then in reality. Before a building exists, it is imagined. Before a company exists, it is envisioned. Before a movement exists, it is dreamed. Psychologists recognize the power of visualization. Athletes use it. Performers use it. Leaders use it. The brain often responds to vividly imagined experiences in remarkable ways. Mystical traditions go even further. They suggest that imagination is one of the most powerful forces available to human beings, a bridge between what is and what could be. Successful people carry a vision stronger than their current circumstances. They refuse to let temporary conditions define permanent possibilities. They see beyond the visible, and because they do, they often create what others considered impossible. So what is the energy every successful person must carry? It is not merely confidence. It is not merely intelligence. It is not merely hard work. It is a powerful combination of certainty, responsibility, focused attention, emotional mastery, abundance, service, vision. Psychology explains these energies through the workings of the mind. Spirituality explains them through faith and consciousness. Mysticism explains them through the hidden laws of reality. But all three perspectives point toward the same truth. The energy you carry shapes the life you experience. Before success appears in your bank account, it often appears in your mindset. Before success appears in your circumstances, it appears in your character. And before success appears in your reality, it appears in your energy. So the question is not simply, what do you want to achieve? The deeper question is, what energy are you carrying? Because the person you become is often the person your future is waiting for. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is Mind of Afsok. Until next time, keep questioning, keep growing, and keep exploring the mysteries hidden within everyday life.